Hi everyone, welcome back to Crochet Rocks, to Wip Wednesday. And it's a little bit later than I was going to do it because we had an eventful few hours. Gary tried to get to work and couldn't get out the, couldn't get a few feet up the road because there was a sheet of ice outside and it's a hill, so he almost hit the wall of the guy who lives next door. So he turned around and came back. And so we went for a walk out in the snow, and I filmed it. So that will be on Rocksteady very soon. It's uploading as we speak. So I feel a little bit cold and a bit sniffy because, you know, it's runny nose weather out there. So do apologise if I have to blow or whatever. So yeah, come back to do my Wip Wednesday, and it's now dark. It was lovely while we were out. Sunshine, and Gary was throwing snowballs at me. And yeah, so it was good fun anyway. Dodging the ice. So Wip Wednesday then, I've got my finished objects. So this one I've just finished, and you've probably seen it if you've been watching my Rocksteady. Not my Rocksteady, my Rocks chat. Getting my names in a muddle. So this is my lapgan. No, my wrapgan. See what I mean? See what I mean, guys? It's the snow. I've got a frozen brain. So I made this with the mandala. It's a Lion brand, isn't it? Mandala. In the colour of gnome. I know, strange name. But it's got this lovely green and yellow and orange, and then it goes into all these colours. It's just beautiful. So I figured out my border, which is this whole section here is my border. And so I'll be doing the tutorial soon. I would have done it had I not gone for a walk, but Gary wanted to go out and I thought it'd be fun actually because we've got sunshine. We had a blizzard after I filmed Rocks chat and I said it was snowing a little bit. When I got into the living room to film, to upload and to do the rest of the film, honestly, it was a massive blizzard. And then that slowed to a powder. We had a powder blizzard. And then we had the huge chunks again, and then the sun came out. And it's been like that all afternoon, but it's clouding over again now because these snowstorms, they're not like massive snowstorms that are in the sky and that's it. It's just like a ribbon of snow, and then it passes by, but it, you know, it snows for quite a long time while it's going overhead. And up until now we've had the like little dust in, but today we had a full onslaught blizzard. So this is my wrapgan. It's summer colours and it's for the summer. I know it's snowing outside and it's icy and I'm making a summer thing, but this is for garden when the cat's upset with me because she thinks it's feed time again. It's not, but she thinks it is. And anyway, so if you can hear her meowing outside the door. So yeah, this is for the garden really, or for not to stay out there obviously, but for sitting in the sun, and then maybe it will get a little bit chilly. So you've got this either for your lap, hence the gan bit, or for around your shoulders, hence the wrap bit. So yeah, I'm really pleased with it actually, now it's done. So I'll be doing the tutorial for that very soon. That's this one finished object. My only finished object, I have to say. I've got things in various stages of finish. I've dropped my yarn ball, hang on a moment. Sorry about that. So this is the bag, and this is now ready for either the lining, which I'm kind of liking it. I'm going to sneeze, sorry guys. Oh, I might have to do it again. Hang on. Sorry about that. That was an explosion of sneeze. Honestly, going out in the cold does kind of loosen your pipes, doesn't it? Anyway. This is the bag, so this is the side part, and I'm toying with the idea of clipping that together in some way, you know, so it will be open at the sides, but it will be bigger at the bottom, and then having the strap. Or I was going to do the big wide strap along the whole side, so it'd just be like lots of these going all the way over the top. And or, as I originally intended, a strap coming from, say, here up, which will be lots of little circles with kind of that shape around them, which will get elongated, I know, so it might not be the nicest idea. But that's the bag. It's all assembled now, so I've got those tutorials done. So now what I intend to do is a border around this top to sort of finish it off, so it's not all that's quite square, but you know what I mean. So that'd be a nice band at the top, and then whether I line it and put a bottom in will be the stage after that. So it's kind of a long project, really, that one. So I have a new whip, and this is it. This is a hat, believe it or not. It will be a hat for Victoria. I made the scarf for her in this yarn. When I got this, excuse me, from Hobbycraft, she loved it, so I ended up buying quite a bit of it. It's the what's it called? Twist and Shout, but it was the very, very colourful one. When it was all wound up on the ball, you didn't really see very much of the green, but this is it. It's just very, very soft, and that's the only thing. The hat, because of it, it makes it very, very stretchy. So I'm kind of looking really at the size of that. Won't have very much more to do, I don't think, on that. And because it's got this lurex in it, I'm not so sure it'll make a very good pom-pom. Oops, dipped it in my tea then. So I'm not really sure what way to go with that. Whether to, if any of you have ever put a yarn that's got like shiny lurex thread in it, in a pom-pom, any yarn like this, let me know. Does it ever work? Has it ever been any, you know, the last time I did it was one of the shiny yarns I did, and it really didn't work. But I'm not sure. It wasn't yarn like this though. It was more tinsel yarn. Definitely didn't work. Definitely didn't work. But this isn't anything like that. It's just got a shiny thread, so it might be okay. So let me know if you've ever tried that and had any success with it. So remember I said I'd made a cowl a little while ago, and it was a bit rough for your neck. I didn't fancy it being around my neck. This one, remember this? Very nice. I liked it a lot because it would have been nice and snug, so you could have pulled it up and helped with masks and stuff. But I just didn't like it around my neck. I just thought, no, I didn't like that. So I decided to make it into a mini skirt. So it is now a mini skirt, but it's not quite done. I've kind of finished the striping now, and I'm going to go just with the black. So this is now going around the hips area, which is why it's shaped a bit bigger. And then I'm going to now start coming up and then in, and then hopefully that'll make quite a nice skirt. But I've started on a kind of ribbing around this part. So now I've finished the patterning, and this will be rib, and I'll start gathering in soon to pull it in a little bit. Doesn't look like it'll fit me very well at the moment, but it will. I'm just going to pause it for a second because I've got to blow my nose. Sorry for that sneezing, but I will be back. Sorry about that. Yeah, that was a bit of an unexpected sneezing fit when I got back. So this was something that it's only just kind of becoming a bit of a whip, but I made a tutorial for a new granny square, and it was popcorn granny square, and it's really, really chunky. When you make this part without the square bit, it just reminds me of a rosette, you know, like a winner's rosette. It's just so cute. But this is just such soft yarn. It's beautiful. But yeah, so I've made it with this little white border. And the one thing that, as soon as I made the one square, I had this hankering to turn it into a project straight away, and I've made 6 and I've run out of this. I haven't run out, I've got more somewhere, but you know what, I don't know where. But I've kind of misplaced that yarn, because at the moment it's yellow, peach, and this kind of darker red, pinky red, and then a very light pink and white. So what I'm going to do is 6 with a different colour, kind of a different, I'm going to keep yellow in the centre, but I'm going to make it turquoise and a darker turquoise, and then a very pale blue, which I'm waiting for my order from Deramores, because that has got a very pale blue in there, and I'm hoping it would be perfect, and I'm hoping it won't be thin. So we'll just have to see. It's not, I think it's sheepies. I want to say it's sheepies, but we'll see when it arrives. So I'm going to make 6 in that colour, and I'm going to make a beach bag with it. Again, summer projects in the snow. Typical of me. Come the winter, you know, I'll be making cowls, fingerless gloves, blankets, and earmuffs, you know. Typical. All of the, I'm really kind of hankering for the summer, obviously. But as soon as I saw this, I just thought either a baby changing bag or a beach bag, and I just wanted to make a beach bag. Obviously we'll line that. So that's kind of my current whips that are on the go at the moment. So in here is the other colours that I decided I quite fancied. So here's some lemon. It's not the same yellow as the other ones, run out of that unfortunately, but this is Robin Bonnie Baby. You can't get hold of that anymore, sadly, because they went under in the first lockdown. And then I've got this Hobbycraft Everyday DK in this really lovely pale kind of turquoise, and then I've got some Women's Institute yarn in this darker turquoise. So together they are summer colours, summer beach bag colours for sure. So yeah, I really like those together, and obviously white. So that was my, there's the white, that was my idea anyway, of having one side all pink and one side all turquoise. Or I could just mix them up, you know, into a checkerboard sort of pattern. So let me know what you think. One side, one colour, or just mix them up. I think one side, one colour would be nice, but I'm not sure. Not sold on the idea yet. So you could still help and influence me on that one. I probably do have other whips going, but oh, my other bag. I've got my other bags out, so I'm moving all of these cakes because they're in my whip box. So yeah, I've got these bag liners. So somebody asked me if I would do a tutorial on the lining of a bag, and I'm a bit of a cheat, and I will share that with you now. This is the bag that I made before, and I've got tutorials for it, and it is for I've got 2 of these because in those days I used to make one and then do a tutorial for it, so I ended up with 2 bags. So here it is. This is, I haven't finished this one off, as you can see, but this is the bag, and at the bottom it is shaped like a hexagon. It's got, you know, this shape like a hexagon at the bottom. So there we go, flat, and then the sides. So what I would do is I bought these from Hobbycraft, and they are just kind of that muslin type canvas bags, you know. They make them for shoppers and print stuff on them. I've had a few from the Body Shop, and this one was free with cat food. It's got Purina and all kinds of cat food on it, so that was free from the shop. I think Gemma got those when she did her course. She did a dog grooming course. So, and I used to work at Pets at Home. So all I would do in this situation to make that fit is this. I would sort of sew it so that it's, you know, like that, cut a bit off and sew it so it's the right shape. Excuse me. And then that's my liner. I would just put it in, and I'd get rid of these handles, and I'd shape the top, and then I'd just sew it in. So if there's already sewing done for me, I don't you know, I don't look a gift horse in the mouth. And these were £1. They sold them in packs. Oh, I'll show you, I've got some like this, just in a dump bin, and it's just called shopping bag. So all I would do would be to chop this about and use it, and make it fit, because then it's already a ready-made liner. If I didn't have this, I'd choose a nice piece of material. I've got several bits and bobs in my in a drawer that are my, oh, I know, I'll use them one day on a project. The latest one is one of Gary's shirts that he decided he didn't want, and he'd never worn it. So it's kind of a pink denim, like, not pink, like red, you know, but very light. So I thought, well, I'm not going to throw that away. That will be the inside of something one of these days. So I would just make the squares or the shape and just sew it together and then sew it in. So, but to me, to do that, it's all by hand, because I don't have a sewing machine anymore. I used to, but I don't anymore. And so I would have to just measure it and sew it by hand, like leave a little bit over for the sort of hems, if you like, seams, that's the word. And then I would oversew. So I'd make the seam, and then I'd oversew the seam so it didn't fray, kind of like they do here. It's just a case of going over and over and over the edge, so that it wouldn't fray. But I would turn this inside out, get rid of the corners, so that when I turn it in the right way for the inside of the bag, obviously this would be the inside of the bag, and this would be the bit between the bag and you know, the lining. So I would just chop it off like that and sew it both sides, and then pop it in as it is, so it's like inside out, and then put it in the bag, so that when you look in the bag, you're looking at the right side. So that's all I do. That's my idea of bag lining. Unfortunately, with that one, the new one, it's bigger, so I won't be able to do that so much. But I wanted to see if I could try to make it more sturdy, because I've made it with denim yarn. This one it was an Aldi cotton in their yarn event called Denim, and the other one is the same, but you know, stripy. So yeah, denim yarn. So I wanted to make it with this, and it is quite weighty. So yeah, work in progress, as they say. Work in progress. Those are my whips currently. Well, I dare say there are more somewhere. I've still got the willow square blanket, which is more of a UFO, but it gets out every now and then. It gets a lease of life. There's the chunky mile a minute, and I do need to make Gary a blanket. So I need to look into something I can make Gary that's going to be a fast sort of thing, you know, not going to not be like something that's going to take forever to make. A fast growing. I've got an idea. I made a baby blanket a little while ago, and I wanted to do an adult one very similar, but with thicker yarn. So that's probably going to be what I do. Anyway, so thank you for watching. I hope you like my idea of turning my cowl into a skirt. It looks like it should be this way round, you know, whereas this is the top, but it will pull in. It's only the shape in to get round hips and the bottom, you know, when most people go like that, some of us go like that, but some, you know, mostly go like that. On that note, bye for now, everyone. Stay safe, take care, and don't forget, if you haven't already entered my giveaway for the biscuit tea and the jam and toast tea, biscuit tea, jam and toast tea, they're over on my Slimming channel. And if you want to watch my video of walking in the snow, it'll be over on Rocksteady very soon. So thanks for watching. Bye for now, everyone.